Document instance methods. First, let's look at Document.adoptNode. I have two HTML files in my web server, index.html file and form.html file. In the form.html file, I have a form element. Inside the form, I have two label and input pairs. In the index.html file, I have one div element with ID value container. I want to import the entire form element, which will be loaded in an iframe element, into the container div element on click of the adopt button. For this purpose, we can use Document.adoptNode. Inside the script tag, I have added a click handler to the adopt button. Inside the handler method, I am getting the iframe DOM. Then I am retrieving the form element inside the iframe DOM using query selector method. Then I am calling Document.adoptNode, passing the retrieved form DOM. Here, the form element along with its subtree are removed from the iframe. The adopted node has no parent since it is not inserted into the document tree. This document object corresponds to the current document. Then I am appending the adopted DOM as a child to the container DOM. Now when I click the adopt button, the form will be moved from the iframe to container div. If we want to import a node from another document and insert it into the current document, we can use this method. The node from another document cannot be inserted into the current document until it is cloned using document.importNode or adopted using this method. This is used to append nodes or strings equivalent to text nodes as the last child of the document. This method accepts varargs, a set of nodes or strings. This method can be useful when we are creating a new document, as HTML document cannot have any other child other than the root HTML element. Here I am creating a new document object. Then I am creating a HTML element. Then I am appending the HTML element using the append method. If we pass doc.children to console.log, it prints an HTML collection with one element, the created HTML element. Document.caretPositionFromPoint, it is used to get the caret position within a DOM node. This method accepts three parameters, x, y, and options, where x and y are the coordinates of the viewport. It returns an object which contains caret container node object and caret offset within that node if coordinates are valid, and caret is insertable at the given coordinates, otherwise null. A valid coordinate should have the positive values for both x and y and should be inside the viewport. Here I am creating a div element with id as text container, and I am creating a p element with lorem ipsum text. Then I am adding a click event handler to the div element. First I am getting the caret object by passing client x and client y values from the event object, which gives us the coordinates of the mouse click. I am checking whether the caret object is non-null. The caret object will be null if the user clicks outside or anywhere where no text insertion point can be inserted. Then I'm splitting the text content of the P element upon which the user clicked into two parts, which is part before caret position and part after caret position. I'm creating a new P element with the first part as content. I'm assigning the second part to text content of the user clicked P element. Finally, I'm inserting the new P element before the P element upon which the user clicked. Now, when I click inside the text container div element, the corresponding P element is split into two P elements according to the user caret position. Document.open, Document.writeln, and Document.close. Document.open opens a document for writing. When this method is called, it removes the nodes inside the document and removes all the event listeners currently registered on the document. Once the document is opened, we can pass HTML strings to the Document.writeln method. A three-argument Document.open method is available, which is an alias for window.open method. When we are finished with writing, we can call the Document.close method. First, I am fetching the iframe DOM object. Then I am calling open on the iframe document object. After this call is executed, all the content inside the iframes document and any event handlers registered on iframe document will be removed. Then I am writing some content on iframe documents object. Then I am calling close on the iframe documents object. Now the iframe content is replaced by the content we passed to the writer method.